It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll play host to a battle between conferences. It's the Commanders and the Bengals under the lights on Monday night.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, in those critical situations, the game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta have it moments, there is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the net.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go here on Monday night. This one taken at the 7. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. Can they keep him healthy? Because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LSU. Took this team to the Super Bowl. Now, Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals.
We both could get the sense from talking to him this week leading up to today's game, Mike, just the amount of pressure he felt that was on his shoulders and, frankly, in the entire locker room. They need to get their first win. When you study NFL history, starting a season 0-3, not many teams have ever made the playoffs in the Super Bowl era, only 6. So if they want to get a chance to find themselves in the playoff hunt, if they just want to get their season on track, a win today is going to go a long way. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your calls get it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
They got the first-round pick from Georgia, Amarius Mims. Throwing is Burrow. Quickly, this one out to Chase. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Burrow here on second down. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And he'll be taken down, but they are inside the 30-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Play action now. It's Burrow. Inside the 10, it is caught. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 10-yard line. A lengthy opening drive now comes to this. It is third down. They bring Chase in motion. Burrow. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along, but that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders come out with the man they hope leads them into their new era. Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick in this past draft from LSU. Greg, this the man who won the Heisman Trophy with the Tigers in Baton Rouge a year ago.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The best thing they did here is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. A tough spot here. Third and long. Working out of the gun. It's down. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack. This opening drive.
Trey Hendrickson, Mike, comes away with the sack, and just think, last year, coming off a career best 17 and a half sacks, he gets another one here as he tries to build off last year's monster season.
On fourth down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. Hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Burrow. You'll find Brown out of the backfield. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. 1st down. Now, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Gesicki, the man in motion. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
The Commanders' offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. The open man is Osborne. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a third down and 4. They'll motion over Samuel. Third and short, and it's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. They go play action for Burrow. And this ball incomplete on third down. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the punter now. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes. As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Daniels. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A carry here for Brown. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Bengals on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. We'll try again, 10. Now, Burrow. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Burrow now. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Looked like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. That one's on Orlando Brown Jr. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll go right and find his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with a first down. Samuel has it working the middle. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Daniels. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. Throwing is Daniels. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He finds a man. That's Osborne. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And that is going nowhere fast. Disastrous play. A big loss. 3rd and long. Here's Daniels. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
What a great job in this game by the defensive coordinator, continuing to put his players in position to succeed. And boy, have they taken advantage of it. But on the other side, they got to do something different. They got to bring in some extra blockers. They got to change up and go max protection. They have to give their quarterback a little bit of time, or else they've got no shot.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Charlie Jones now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Now Burrow on the bootleg. Man coming free. Higgins wide open. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Burrow here on 2nd down. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Burrow. To the left side. Caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. 3rd and goal. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bengals move out in front, 13-3. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, Noah Igbenogany. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense ready to get back to work. They're in a 10-point hold. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. He keeps it himself. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Daniels gonna throw again. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. To the air again is Daniels. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the visiting Packers who were able to come in and win this one on the road. Josh Jacobs, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Michael Wilson, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's a toss left side for Robinson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. To throw is Daniels. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Third and a yard, it's Daniels. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Burrow now to throw on first down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Coming across the field, there's Chase. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
When done properly, crossing routes are a great way to get your receivers the ball in space with room to run after the catch. And that's exactly what they're able to do here, executed to perfection, and they pick up a ton of yards after the catch.
Here's first and 10. Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion. Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the number 2 overall pick, Jaden Daniels, with the rest of the Commanders' offense. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Throwing is Daniels. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll throw with Daniels. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Another run here for Robinson. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Daniels. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Third down and 9. From the shotgun on, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
The Commanders set to kick this one away, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. On first down, Burrow. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throwing is Burrow. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. The Bengals out and ready to punt, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Throwing on second down. Daniels. Wide open is the tight end. He's got this one. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On the toss, it's Robinson. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Throwing now, Daniels. And he'll take it on in. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Commanders. That his first touchdown of the new year. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. They'll run here with Brown. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they will finally get him out of bounds, but not until he's near the 45-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
And that is knocked away. Incomplete. Nice play defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Daniels to throw on second down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Has his man. It's Samuel. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Washington.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They run over center with Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Handoff here, up the middle. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And the defense has it. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. 3rd and short, and it's Daniels. And he will score! Game on! Noah Brown. Touchdown, Washington. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Jones now on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Nice play there by T. Higgins, and when you think, Mike, back to 2023, he's only able to play 12 games, still had just under 700 yards and 5 touchdowns. The hope in Cincinnati is when this guy is healthy, they have themselves a bona fide superstar at the wide receiver position.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now, Burrow. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. And we have a tie game. What a big turnaround. The defense comes up with the score to square the game, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
This defense took the field, Mike, saying, we've got to get the ball back to our offense. Give them a chance to tie this up. Well, they didn't even need their offense to take the field. They did it all themselves, and as you said, they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Jones now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. On 1st and 10, Burrow. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. There's Osborne with the grab. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. The Commanders about to send this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now Brown. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Now a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Back to throw, Burrow. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Burrow now. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Burrow. is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Operating from the gun. They got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
The Bengals offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Burrow to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sanders-Still. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Commanders. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their 2nd pick-6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick-6, but to get 2 pick-6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders are going to open up the lead to 8. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And he's got it at the 1. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivas.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. That's into the hands of Yosibas. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now this looks like a design run, and he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down, 8 for the first down. And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep him out of the end zone.
And he will not get in. They will come up empty on this try for 2, unable to tie this football game up. With 1 timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
The Commanders' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to an E. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from Cincinnati.